Are you trying to communicate with your team, but you're just not being very effective? Are you wondering what is the best 21st century way to communicate with a network marketing team? In today's video, I share some advice how to do that. Hey Pajama Bosses, I wanted to share something really important with you today, and that is how you can effectively communicate with your team. And you know, for the past decade or so, since Miguel and I have been building teams in our network marketing business, we've certainly experimented with so many different ways of communicating with people in our team. Obviously with phone calls, with messages, with emails, Facebook groups, you know, social media. There's so many different ways that you can communicate with a team. But we found always overwhelmed with, you know, just the duplication of communication, and it was never very effective. We either found ourselves picking up the phone and talking about the same thing over and over, or perhaps, you know, we were sending endless emails to the team, or it was all getting, you know, multiplied. It was never very effective. So about 3 years ago, we found this really exciting new trend, how we now almost entirely and exclusively communicate with our team. And this new trend is instant messenger communication applications. Number one, you know, we found that by transitioning to these applications, and let's just mention a few of those. I'm sure you guys know WhatsApp, WeChat, Boxer, you know, all these applications that you can have on your smartphone, and you can instantly send messages, voice messages, you can send photos, videos even, you can create groups. And I think these applications have increasingly become the center of our business. And I wanted to share this because I really want you to know the reason why we use them and why this is really important for your business. Number one, the reason we decided to use these applications was to get the distraction away from our members. We've been noticing increasingly as we were using a lot of, for example, Facebook group and social media, that people were hanging on Facebook groups where we were communicating and making announcements, but they were also getting extremely distracted at the same time. So we wanted to get people into an environment where they're laser focused just on our communication. Let's say you're announcing an event, you know, that's just a message about event, and they can be back to their business. Also, we have found that people have stopped reading email, you know, and accessing email as fast as, you know, anything before, and are now really more accessed, you know, easily reached on their mobile phones. So when you're sending messages through instant messenger communication apps, people will notice it on their smartphone faster than an email and open it up and read it. And so, you know, we feel that that's a much better and faster reach to the person. Now, the other important thing is that I find with these applications, you can create an environment that has a higher interaction and engagement. And what I mean by that is, you know, obviously you're creating groups, and you need to know how to segregate groups, you know, between leaders and your entire team to be really effective. But what we found is, you know, as you're building these communities, this creates real culture and community in your team. And this is the long-term glue that holds the team together. You see, in network marketing, to prolong the longevity of your residual income, you need to increasingly create the culture, belonging, and community. And one way to do that, you know, is with these groups on instant messenger communicator apps. And I found this to be one of the #1 ways how we have increased, you know, not just the excitement in our teams, but productivity in our teams, and really the engagement that we have on daily basis, making announcements, going for promotions, whatever we're doing. So I think this has become the key way how we now communicate with our teams. Of course, you need to know exactly how to do that, you know, how to segregate leaders from your whole team and so on. So, you know, I would definitely go ahead and try it out. But for those of you who want to know a little more about how to do that and how to, you know, have some leverage doing that so you can run your team a little more on autopilot, we did a fantastic training just 3 or 4 days ago. It is called the Fast Track to Six-Figure Online MLM. And in this training, it was almost a 3-hour long webinar. I spent quite a bit of time describing exactly how we communicate with our team and exactly what type of groups we segregate our teams in and how we set them up about and what sort of announcement, messages, audios, and videos we actually give through to people. Now, just imagine you could be actually giving tools and, not just information, but training and so on. So if you're interested in this training, there's a link below. We're actually closing out, the access to this training later on tonight because it's been for sale for just $37 for 4 or 5 days, and we will be increasing the price tomorrow. But if you're still thinking about Fast Track to Six-Figure Online MLM, and if you want to find out how to really communicate with your team very effectively, then go below and check it out. Perhaps this is going to be the key thing for you to have more leverage and automation in your business. In the meantime, I hope you're having a great day, and have a fantastic week.